Hi everybody and welcome to a beginner Unity VR tutorial. For the past couple months I've been learning programming Unity VR and I've been having an absolute blast with it. So I thought I'd share a couple tips and tricks that I've learned that I couldn't really find on YouTube. So the first one in this video we're going to be covering is body collision. So we're going to walk up to this wall and be able to walk into it but not walk through it. Now first you're going to want to download the Steam VR plugin, which contains the camera rig, and if you already have this downloaded, just drag in your camera rig because we're going to need that. If you don't, go ahead and download it, go to prefabs, and in the prefabs folder there's going to be a camera rig. Okay, so once we have this, we can just put this anywhere, and we're going to need something to act as our body collider. So go ahead and right click on the camera rig, and I like to use a capsule. And I take off anything related to mesh. We're not going to need the mesh. Now we just have our capsule collider. Okay. So the first couple things we're going to mess with are the radius and height. Now the radius is going to determine how far away from a wall you can be. So if we have it super big, we're going to be stopping from about a foot or two away. If we keep it a little smaller, we can get closer to the wall and have it a bit more realistic. Sorry. So let's keep the radius around 0.2. Just see how that works, and I'll make the height just 1 to start with. Okay, another thing we're gonna need is an empty. I'm gonna call this one feet, and I'll explain what the feet does. So what we're trying to accomplish is have this capsule follow the X and Z axis of the head while retaining its Y. The feet is going to be acting as our Y axis. And with this as an empty, we can just quickly edit the Y axis if we need to, if we change the height. And I'll show you what that's all about in here in a second. So let's go ahead and start making our script. Let's call this body collision. There's already a body collider script, so let's just call this body collision. And open this up in MonoDevelop. Okay. So the first couple things we're going to want to get are the transforms of the head and the transform of the feet. So just make public transforms. And let's go ahead and assign those in the respective slots in the inspector. Okay, we can see our head and feet. Go ahead and drag your feet into the feet and the head into the head. Now this allows us to access the X, Y, and Z's of these so we can set those to the body collider. So we're gonna this one line of code is all we need, and first we're going to want to get the transform of this game object. We're just going to say a game object that transform dot position. Now we're going to want to set this equal to a new vector, vector 3. And for our X, we're going to need the head. So head dot position dot X. For our Y, we want to keep that fixed, so we're going to keep that at feet dot position dot Y, and our Z we're going to keep that as head dot position dot Z. Okay, and this should be all you need to see some progress. So let's go ahead and save that and click play. Okay, now right away you can see it working. I'm moving my headset around, and the body collider is moving with the head, but it's keeping locked on the Y. Now you can see the body collider is kind of stuck in there, so we can go ahead and edit this. Oh, one thing we didn't do. We need a rigid body on the camera rig. This is working with physics. So we need a rigid body on the parent, the camera rig. And once we have that, we're going to want to freeze all the rotations so we're not rolling around and getting motion sick when we're playing the game. Now let's go ahead and drag this a little further up so we don't fall through the plane, and click play. Okay, we fell to the ground, our body collider is working, but we're not level with the ground. So this is where the feet comes in handy. If we drag our feet up, you can see we're getting closer to the ground because we're moving the capsule collider up. So once we get that level, which is about 5.1, we can go ahead and copy this, stop playing, and set the Y to that. And now when we play, you can see we're level. We've hit the ground. Our capsule collider is following our head. And let's just see what happens when we walk up to a wall. Okay. So you see, we're walking to a wall, and it pushes us back. And that's exactly what we want. We can't go into any solid object, and this allows us to make some pretty neat stuff in the future. So this video was all about body collision, and as you can see, it's relatively easy to accomplish. In the next video, we're probably going to be going over locomotion, so we can walk around the scene, collide with various objects, and just start working on a more fun game. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to doing more. Thanks.